The Fayetteville Fwoosh. El Hydra. Okay people, welcome back to another Fwoosh review. Tonight I'm taking a look at the Mezco 1/12 Collective Marvel Red Skull. Now this is the exclusive version. It's not the version that's been up for pre-order for a while with the black trench coat and such. This is the one with the green jumpsuit. I won't go into how weird it is to get this one first when it's only been up for pre-order for a month or two, while the other one has been up for pre-order since March. This is not going to be one of those videos I'll bitch in a weekly or something. I'm just happy to get another 1/12 collective figure. That's where I'm leaving it, right there. I'm just happy. Now looking at the package, I don't know what it is about this thing. I don't know if it's the color or just the design, but I love this box. I think it's the green. On any day, I'll probably give you a different answer for the question of what is my favorite color, but the majority of the time it's green, and it's not bright green, it's not dark green, it's not light green, it's just this, I don't know, it's beautiful. Maybe it's because it's paired with this red, it's just very, very striking. But you have the Hydra logo, several logos around. In the end, the shade of green changes slightly, but it's still very minimalistic. I just still love it. On the back, propaganda style picture of Red Skull, some tanks, some planes. This end, same as the other. On the top, huge 1/12 logo. On the bottom, that's where all the writing comes in. The warnings, the legalese, the barcode. So I'm gonna get this open, and I don't know. I'm definitely opening the figure, but I may keep this box just to have off to the side, in case one day I want a shirt or a hat or a car this color. Probably not with the logos and stuff, but this color. And there we go, all out of the package, and ooh, this is a mean little figure. Now being a Mezco figure, there's not a lot to talk about when it comes to sculpt, but the sculpted parts that are on it, that's not covered by cloth, amazing. I love the details in the gloves. They didn't have to put all those little seam lines in there, but they did. It just adds to the figure. Same thing for the boots. There's some wrinkles here and there. There's a texture to it, making it look very leathery. Same for the belt, same for the holster. And then you actually get to the cloth, and because of the natural folds of the cloth, I don't know what they're using here, but as I messed with it, as I bent it around, some of the wrinkles stayed in the fabric just like it would on real clothing, on a real person. Not that this isn't a real toy with real clothing, it's not imaginary, but you know what I mean. He has the red band around the arm, a nice Hydra logo tampoed to it, it looks good. And then of course there's no paint on the cloth, but the holster, the gloves, the boots, the belt has a little bit of wash to it. There's some detailing there that just brings a little bit more life to it. And then we get up to the head. Oh, what is there to say here? I mean, just look at this thing. It is amazing how much this just screams Red Skull. Yes, it's a skull. Yes, it's red. But I'm talking about the Red Skull. This just brings to memory all those old comics. I mean, they couldn't have nailed this any closer. Especially in making me think this is the version where Johan's wearing the mask. His head isn't actually the Red Skull. One, there's the head size. It's a little bit large for the body, so it works perfectly for that mask version. And then two, he's got a skin tone neck. If you take the head off, you can see it better. It's got the red peg, but there's skin tone on the neck. So for me, this is him wearing a mask. Now going over a couple of problems, it's amazing, but I gotta point out the negatives. The shoulders, I don't know what's going on in there. There's something funky that I can't manipulate it easily. And I can't open up the clothing to see what's actually going on there. If I try to rotate forward and up, it's not really the cloth stretching at me. It feels like the shoulder is just tight as hell and it's working against me to the point where I feel like it's gonna snap. But I've done this a couple of times, which is why I'm doing it now. I haven't had anything snap, but I can get it up. But you gotta kind of manipulate it to where the cloth doesn't bunch and work it down just to get it into the post. There's no just grabbing it, wrenching the arm up, wrenching it back down. You gotta kind of play with it. Two, and this will matter more when we get to the extra hands, the fists come on it in the package and they stay on nicely, but some of the other hands, you try to put them on and you got to really work them on there. And then three, there's the feet. They have worked on the ankle articulation. You can get back, you can get forward, you get nice tilt. But on mine, the left foot just easily comes off. In fact, when I try to do extreme poses, it just comes off, falls down, falls on the floor, falls out of my hand, and it came that way out of the package. As soon as I removed it, this thing fell off and I had to go searching for it. Now that I've worked it a little bit, it does stay on. I may try heating it and squeezing the socket, try to get a tighter grip on that ball, because the right side, no problem whatsoever. If I really pulled, I'm sure I could take it off, but it doesn't fall off just from moving it. This one, you move it and it comes off. Now going over articulation, there's a dumbbell joint at the top of the neck going up into the head, and then I think there's a ball joint at the bottom of the neck just to give you a little bit more motion to the head. But you can look down, you can look up and tilt to the sides. Nice movement there. Swivel. Shoulder, like I said, I don't know what's going on in there. There's a hinge, it comes up, and it almost comes up far enough that you can fake not moving the shoulder ball. There's a forward and back. There is a bicep swivel. The elbows, I want to say they're single. They may be double, but they do come up to there. Not bad at all. Swivel hinge swivel at the wrist, pin going in, pin coming out, so you can move that around any direction, up and down, or rotate it around. You can get side to side. There's some ab articulation. You can come forward, you can go back, side, side, and there is swivel there. The hips, I don't know. There's no seam under there. They sewed him into this suit. So I would take it off, but I'm not going to unsew it and then re-sew it. Unsew it? What the hell am I talking about? But the leg goes forward, leg goes back, leg goes out before it starts pulling at the jumpsuit right there. There is swivel there. Knee comes nearly all the way up. There's swivel at the boot. There is, obviously, there's a ball joint. And there is a little bit of movement down at the bottom of it, but most of the movement comes from the top of it. You get back, you get forward, you get nice rocker. For accessories, Skull comes with several sets of hands. He comes with 2 fists in the package. He comes with a right splayed out hand. He comes with a right trigger finger hand. He comes with a left grip hand. And then he comes with a left larger grip hand. And like I said, to switch that out, these just pull out. They're kind of rubbery, so they come off nicely, but I'm going to go back and refer to Deadpool again. Deadpool's hands, they pop on, they pop off. Skull, you got to kind of rotate them and really work them on there. And they stay, but not always. Sometimes you won't get it on there enough, and then you got to work it some more. For other accessories, he comes with the Cosmic Cube. This is okay, but it looks more like a grape gummy. I would have liked to have seen some translucent plastic here or something else. But that's what the open, splayed out hand is for holding this. And once you get it in there, it looks pretty nice. He comes with a pistol. I really like this thing. Again, like the head, it just calls back to those old comics. It's just one of those kind of guns. Very nice sculpt, very detailed, and then the paint job on top of it. The handle is black, and then the silver has some dry brush over it. Or it's cast in black and the silver is the dry brush, one or the other. Either way, it looks nice. Now that either goes in his hand very easily. It just pops in there, or it goes in the holster, which again, very nicely detailed. It's a nice sculpt to it, and it even has a raised Hydra logo on the side. Now when you put this in the holster, it kind of gets up into his armpit and you push down, and it does have a tendency to pop the peg off the belt, because the belt only really fits around the actual waist. You can't sling it low. It just will not reach. And I can see why they did it. You know, they put it right there so it wouldn't move around a lot. It's very adamant about staying where it is. The Red Skull comes with an extra head. In the package, he has just looking straight ahead, very calm, well, you can tell he's thinking there's something going on behind there. But he also comes with the alternate head of one eye raised, kind of crazy look. He's about to blow something up. He's about to enact his evil plan. And both are amazing sculpts. Both of them have their uses. If he's just standing on the shelf, hands behind his back, you want, you know, the calm look. But if he has his weapons out, he's doing battle, he's going at it, this face works perfect. To switch that out, it's easy enough. The head is a little bit rubbery, but not super rubbery. It's not soft. You can't squeeze it together, but it goes right on, looks great. And then finally, probably my favorite accessory is the Flamethrower with the pack. The web gear looks amazing. There's just all kinds of sculpt in the straps, and the buckles comes around. And then on the back are the tanks. They look like they scratched up. They've been dragged. They've just been beat to hell. I don't know how a Flamethrower works, so I don't know what's in them. But the paint job, the silver, the green, it just all works. And then there's the rubber hose coming around to the actual gun itself that, you know, shoots the flame. It's not the same green. It's kind of a darker green that has a silver dry brush and a dark wash. It just looks so great. Now putting this on, it comes loose right here. So the best way is to take off the head and then kind of work the strap over the arm, over the body, up over the head. And this is where I run into trouble. Somebody else may have figured out a better way, or maybe you figured out a better way, but I can't really strap it on and make it look comfortable without taking the belt off itself. The belt just gets in the way. It won't let it set all the way down on the shoulders, and I can't buckle it around it. So what I've been doing is just taking the belt off. With this much gear on them and adding this much detail to the figure itself, I'm okay with the belt being gone while I'm doing this. But once you do that and get everything lined up and find the hole for the peg and get it snapped on there, it just adds to the figure. Because when it comes down to it, it's a green jumpsuit. There's not a lot to it, but adding this adds a lot to the figure. For comparison, here he is with the Mezco Classic Captain America. Great size here. Captain America's big, he's buff. Johan is just kind of, you know, small. He's a normal human. Later, I believe he got a clone of Steve Rogers' body to where he was that big, but with the green jumpsuit and the old mask top head and how I think of Red Skull, this works perfectly. But if you're a Marvel Legends person, here he is with the modern Captain America, and the size of the body works really well. Again, he's a little bit scrawnier than Captain America, but the head size is large. But if you think of it as a mask, it does still work, because really this Captain America's head is a little bit small. And then here he is with the Marvel Legends Red Skull, at least the only one I have. I think there was some earlier ones. I have no clue where those are. Again, this does work if you want to fudge this into your Legends display. The Legends skull, I think of him as having the actual Red Skull for a head, because his neck's red, it's a little bit smaller. But the Mezco wins in my book because he can stand and his arms can go down to his sides. So at the end of the day, complete winner here. I love this thing. Yes, it has its downfalls. It's hard to manipulate. That left foot does fall off, but I will try to fix that. Otherwise, I couldn't ask for a better Red Skull. I'm still going to keep the trench coat version on pre-order, and when it comes in, I'll use that on a modern shelf or a different shelf somewhere, or just compare. But this one is hard to beat. And I actually thought I would like the trench coat version better, which I haven't made the comparison yet, but I can't believe how much I love this version. As a base figure, as plain as it may be, it's really, really enhanced by the extras that come with it. This one has a huge chance of cross-promoting with Legends collectors, because I don't think Hasbro's ever going to give us this version. They could. I mean, I don't think they have anything against it, but we just got the one Red Skull a while back. They don't seem really eager to dig back this classic. But yeah, if you're looking for a good green jumpsuit classic version of Red Skull with some nice extras and some shelf presence. I mean, you look at this guy in the face and you're just like, oh, quit looking at me like that, Red Skull. Get this figure. That's what it breaks down to. I don't think that any other Red Skull is going to beat this one. And I'm still going to keep that other one on pre-order. I've become such a sucker for these, and rightfully so, because they just, you know, hit me right there. They just work. Every one I've gotten so far anyway. So if you like the review, comment, like, subscribe, and I'll catch you on the Fwoosh.